Well, I am on the Black Mountain Crest Trail, headed to Mount Mitchell. This is going to be an overnight. Probably all told, going to probably end up around 30 miles or so. It's quite an adventure trying to find the trailhead. It's actually down like a private road that looks like a driveway, so it took me way longer than I thought to actually get on trail. So I am way behind schedule at the moment, and this trail is a chew 'em out and spin 'em up type trail. They'll have about 3,000 foot of elevation in the first 4 miles or so, and you hit, I believe it's 6,000 peaks on it, culminating at Mount Mitchell, which is the highest mountain this side of the Mississippi. Anyway, my schedule and plan, I've already gone total food bar, so it's gonna be an interesting trip here. So stick with me on this crazy ride, and we'll see how it goes. And I'm not going to get too much of this water once I make it up on the ridge. So carrying a lot of water with me. Anyway, I'll check back as I get further up here. Catch you in a little bit. Okay, well, I'm a little over 1.5 miles in. Took me about an hour so far. I had a couple side trails, and right before I started, because I was late, I took a little Cliff Bar break and down some water there by the creek before I had to start using what I was carrying. And I'm have to tell you that this one is definitely no joke. It is up, steep, and it's a grind. And I would say that I'm in pretty good shape. And this one's got me sweating and huffing and puffing. And it's just the start. So anyway, right on cue, another steep section here. So I will catch in with you here after a while. Yeah. Well, looks like about 4 miles in and I finally made it to the ridge. So hopefully it'll kind of even out for a little bit here. I tell you, that that climb was no joke at all. Got a little downhill here, but my current view, yeah, that was pretty tough. But anyway, I'll tell you more about that later. I'm getting ready to go down here, so I'm gonna have to put both hands on the trekking pole. See you in a bit. Well, about 5.5 in, getting some nice views up here. It's a lot wetter on the ridge than I thought it'd be, so feet are pretty wet and it's pretty slick. I really wasn't counting for that, so I'm moving a lot slower than I had anticipated once I got up here. Definitely not going to get to Mount Mitchell today. Plan is to get to Deep Gap campsite and then kind of check my options and go from there. But you know, as you can see, fantastic view. Did rain a little bit, so had to stop and put on the cover to the backpack. But yeah, got quite a ways to go still, so probably won't be a lot of filming unless I get some nice views like right here, because I need to get to camp. Really wasn't prepared for climbing rope. This is turned out to be quite the adventure. Well, since I'm probably gonna need both hands for this, I will check back in later. Yeah, that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, finally looks like this little bit of cloud cover is going to blow over, hopefully. Anyway, onward and upward. Well, guys, I'm just sitting here and looking at this. And everything's been so wet and so slick. And with this pack on, it's just been super slow going. So I'm actually going to call this hike. I'm going to call it. I'm going to head back to the car. I'm not going to get there tonight. There was a little spot there right when I first got up to the ridge that had a little spot where it looks like I could set up a camp. So I'm going to go set up a camp, kind of recover, and then head back to the car in the morning. So I really wanted to get this one. Really wanted to get it, but just the day's been against me all day today. So, and I want to be smart about it and not hurt myself or get in a situation where I can't get back out of here. So I've only gone about 6 miles, so it's been like super slow going. So anyway, I'll try it again. Try to pick a little time when it's not so wet and slick, and try to even get my pack down lighter than it is currently right now. But anyway, I'm gonna start making my way back, because I've got another one of these ropes that I came up on the other side here, so I'll have to get back down. So anyway, I will catch back up with you later and probably give you the full lowdown on what happened today. Okay, well, I'm here at what I call camp for the night. I chose this one because back behind me there was some water running down the rock face over here, so I thought I'd be able to actually fill up a little water, but par for the course for the day, it's gone. And all the puddles that I hiked through, well, that made my feet wet and now cold, are all dried up. So I'm gonna have to conserve the water I have for tonight. So I'll probably I put a little in my food here, and then I'll probably have a little thing of tea just to help warm up a bit, and then save the rest tomorrow for coffee, and until I get low enough down on the hike for me to be able to get some more water. Anyway, so story for today is I got up at 3 o'clock, was making good time, left the house before 4. I punched in the trailhead coordinates like I did the last time I looked it up, and just started driving, and then realized about as soon as I was there that it was taking me to Mount Mitchell State Park instead of the creek trailhead that where I started and where I wanted to start. So I decided, well, it's only going to be an hour out of the way, so I drove up there and then proceeded to spend probably another hour trying to find the trailhead. It was a tough one to find. The GPS wasn't working to take to the coordinates there, and so I was in this little dinky neighborhood driving around for a while, and then I tried using the National Geographic topographical map that I have. It's got roads and everything on there too, but it doesn't have the little side roads that I needed to be able to figure out where I was going. Finally went to All Trails and punched it in that way, and it goes down like a private road that you think's somebody's driveway, and then on the side there's just a little spot for maybe 2 cars to park. So by the time I did that, I hopped on the trail and stopped pretty much as soon as I started, because it was already close to lunchtime, and I had a little snack and some water, because I knew water up here was going to be tough. And of course, I think I left my sunglasses there, so hopefully they'll be there tomorrow morning when I go back through. If not, we'll see how good Shady Rays is about their warranty. If you lose it, they'll replace it. So fingers crossed, hope I find it. But anyway, so I was running late already, so I knew I wasn't going to make it to where I wanted to make it, which was Mount Mitchell, and then there's a campsite just south of there that I was planning on staying and then hiking the way back. That 4 miles up, that's the toughest 4 miles up I've ever done. My legs are feeling it, which is weird, because I've done plenty of hiking with the pack on and everything, and this was even lighter than what I normally carry, and it just must have been the elevation with the pack, must have just, and the distance, because it was a good 4 miles up. So, and then I got up here, and then I thought I was going to make better time up on the ridge, and found out that it's a lot of rock hopping, up and down rocks. It was very wet, very slippery. You're on the ridge, and there are some places that you're there and it's, kind of straight down. And when I got to that final rappel, I knew that I was going to have to turn around, because even if I would have made it to Deep Gap, which is where I was planning on staying as a backup, and then go to Mount Mitchell, I still wouldn't have made it back, and I probably would have been even more tired, and it probably would have turned into a little fiasco. Plus the pack and trying to rappel and everything. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to do a little after action report, figure this out, because I'm going to do it. It's beautiful up here. I think what I'll probably have to do is either get a shuttle and just hike it one way instead of trying to hike it there and back, because there and back, that 30 miles is going to be pretty tough. So at least get it under my belt and hike it one way first and see where we're at from there. But anyway, I think it's going to probably be a pretty cool night. Fog's moving in. We've had a little bit of rain here and there, so as you can kind of see, maybe, hopefully, out there, it's Definitely cloud and fogging over. We're pretty high up, so I think this is probably the highest I've ever camped, except for the night I spent in the shelter at LeConte, so it ought to be interesting. So anyway, wanted to try to get that in here before it got too dark. Hopefully it's not too dark and you can actually kind of see me. So I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna have some tea, and then I'm probably gonna climb into my hammock and read a little and probably hit the hay, and then get up and have some coffee and a little breakfast, and then go on and head out, lick my wounds. And like I say, you know, you fail, but you get back up and you try it again. So I'm definitely going to try this one again. So good morning, everyone. That was quite a interesting night. It was a wet, misty fog, so everything's like damp and wet. And the wind just howled all night. It sounded like a jet engine above me. Anyway, it's that point where you're gonna have to get up and put on wet, cold boots, which always suck. So get that over with, and then I guess start breaking down camp. Still a little foggy, but I think the sun's trying to peek through, maybe. Well, let's get this show on the road. Well, packed up, left camp, just got off the ridge, and I'm heading back down the trail to the Jeep. So it was tough getting packed up this morning. I wasn't really cold, but my hands were freezing just because of the dampness and the wet on all the equipment, and trying to get it folded up and put away in the wind. So it took longer than I was hoping, but I've got it all stowed away and heading down. So I will check back off. Hey, there's a lot more birds on this trail than what I'd come to find in the Smokies. It's kind of nice. Definitely going down is a lot easier than going up. That's for sure. But